Will here with Captain in Cards, and today I am celebrating my birthday by opening up a bunch of packs from my birth year. So first up we have 1991-1992 Score Pinnacle. We got the French edition of the hockey pack. Looks like this originally came with 420 cards. Rookies of Tony Amonte, Nicholas Lidstrom, Hall of Famers of Mario Lemieux, oh, accident there, Phil Housley, Mike Modano, and Ray Bourque. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see what is in our first hockey pack. Chicago Blackhawks, Steve Smith on defense. Hey look, Ray Bourque, defense. Hall of Famer. Rick Tocchet. Mike Gartner. Al Iafrate. Murray Barron. Mark Howe. Jim Sandlack. Gary Valk. Ooh, the Idols. There we go. What do we got here? Idols of Luc Robitaille and Marcel Dion. And then it looks like we've got Keith Brown, good guy, and Martin Lapointe on our rookie. Let's take another look at this Ray Bourque. There we go. All right, now we've got a couple packs. All right. Now we're gonna move on to some packs that I've opened up before on my channel here of 92 Score. Hart Memorial Trophy Award winner Mark Messier, Igor Kravchuk from the Chicago Blackhawks, Adrian Plavsic, Adrian, Brett Headdecan, franchise of Mike Modano. There we go, that's a cool looking insert. Ken Reggett, Nicholas Lidstrom, Murray Barron, Tom Chorsky, Todd Gill, Joe Mullen, Gary Sutter, Eric Desjardins, David Bruce with the Sharks, Stu Barnes. Oh, hey. What you need?
We're ordering food and
Steak tacos. 3 of them.
do you want, like, it comes with some on
Yeah, just everything that it comes with.
Come on, then.
He can hang out here if he's able to. Yeah, he stays curious, but he doesn't really try anything. Huh, buddy, you're a good boy. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our second pack here of Score 92. Got a new shark that we can look up, David Bruce. Joe Janot, Tom Draper, Bill Guerin. Who do we got here? Rookie Dream Team of Vladimir Konstantinov. And then Phil Housley on the franchise with the Winnipeg Jets. Per DeJuice, Patrice Brisbois, David Volek, Peter Zezel, Don Sweeney, Mike Ritchie, Brad May, Ron Hextall, Ulf Dahlen, Michael Goulet, Zarli Zalapsky. All right, final pack of this 92 score. Denny Felsner, Mike Peluso. Ooh, what do we got here? Ray Bork of the Boston Bruins, Steve Rice, John Tonelli, Grant Ledyard. Ooh, franchise of Jeremy Roenick. Oh, that's a really cool hit here. There we go, Chicago Blackhawks. One of the game's bright young talents, Jeremy continues to get better and better. Nice, dude. Cool looking card. Let's keep that one. Hartford Whalers of Steve Conroyd, Glenn Healy, Jeff Smith, Wayne Gretzky, Gary Galley, Craig Wolanen, Mark Hardy, Michael Pivanka, and Ron Francis. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Upper Deck 1991-92 High Series. It is an update of 200 cards to their main 500 low card, or their low set series. It looks like it's popular for having Nicholas Lidstrom's Young Guns. So let's go ahead and see what we've got in these two birthday packs. I haven't opened these cards before, I don't think so. Dave Chizowski. I really like the 75-year anniversary logo there. We've got John Shabbat, Eric Morano. Really nice white border action shots. What do we got here? This looks like we've got a Canada Cup of Thomas Sandstrom. Might look into that. Kevin Lowe, Craig Simpson, Jay Mazer, Ken Sutton, Bernie Nichols. I recognize the name. Kind of looks like Nicolas Cage, huh? Pavel Burr, World Junior Tournament of Ryan Sittler, left wing, and Alexander Godinyak. Okay, still looking for that Nicholas Lidstrom Young Guns 1991-1992 Upper Deck High Series Hockey. Okay, sorry, I got a new camera for my birthday, so I'm just figuring stuff out. Gary Gailey. World Juniors of Pat Peak. Oh, hey, look. Grant Furr, Todd Harjay, Mark Craig. We got Brian Noonan, Craig McTavish, Doug Gilmore, Johan Garpenlove, Sean Van Allen, Rick Zombo, and Steve Cheeson. All right, and next we've got a pack of Ultimate Original 6 cards. Looks like what's cool about this is it's all players from the original 6 teams, so that's Boston, Chicago, Detroit, Montreal, Toronto, and it follows, those were the franchises that brought stability to the Professional Hockey League. They're not the exact first teams of the league, they were just the most consistent from 42 to 67. But there's a hologram Bobby Hull that's kind of a rare chase. This was a year that the Stanley Cup was kind of dominated by the Canadian teams. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what we've got in our one pack of Ultimate. 1992. There's the instant sweepstakes winner. Gilles Marathi, Harry Howell. This is Toronto checklist. John Wilson, Chicago Tribune. Harry Lumley, Jerry Topazzini, Jim Nielsen, Ab McDonald, and then who do we've got here? We've got the Ultimate Hall of Fame checklist, John Bauer. Oh, hey, Tim Horton, we recognize that name. All right, hey, that's pretty cool. All right, so I know nothing about this 1992 O-Pee-Chee Premier, so we're gonna go into this one a little bit blind and just see what we've got inside. All right, O-Pee-Chee Premier 1992, 8 cards per pack. Got these open pretty easily. Rob Zettler with the Sharks, Craig Janey. Oh, hey, look, this is kind of cool. Chicago Blackhawks. #1 draft choices, Jeremy Roenick. Nice, dude. This is kind of a cool looking card. Good to get a regional guy too. Kip Miller, Adam Oates, recognize this name, Scott Stevens, Craig Berube, and then we've got the Montreal Canadiens all-time goal leaders. With picture on the front is John LeClaire. Cool. Not a bad first pack of O-Pee-Chee Premier. Know nothing about these cards, so that was kind of cool to see. Oh, Mark Messier. You know Mark Messier. Toronto Maple Leafs all-time goal scoring leaders. There they are right there on the back. Scott Niedermayer, Al McInnes, Stu Barnes, Benoit Hogue, Grant Furr, and Jeremy Roenick. Hey, look. I wonder why some of these have a band across it and some of them don't. Huh. Paul Coffey scored 311th goal November 8th of 1991, setting a new goal for defensemen. Yari Curry with the Kings. Steve Thomas. Stu Barnes. Got the Montreal Canadiens again. Tony Amonte. Neil Wilkinson. And Boston Bruins. What do we got? The history of the Bruins name. Shout out to Rip Mike over there. Charles F. Adams. Cool. Hey, I'll set this aside for you there. Pierre Turgeon, Peter Klima, Ed Belfour, of course, Luke Richardson, the Detroit Red Wings. Draft choices, nice, I know someone who may want that. Craig Ludwig, Dan Quinn, Kirk Muller. All right, this is gonna be my last pack magic. Let's see what we've got inside this O-Pee-Chee Premier. It's been a fun rip going back through my birthday year. Don't forget to check out the sibling rivalry I had with my sister where we did pack battles from our birth years, but we've got Charlie Huddy, Tom Barrasso, Doug Wilson, the first captain of the Sharks, acquired from the Chicago Blackhawks. I think that's who it was, Doug Wilson. This is the Boston Bruins again. Troy Maletti. Yannick Dupre. The Detroit Red Wings, and Brendan Shanahan. All right, hey, that was a really fun rip into the past. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday or day and take care. And I will see everybody on the next video. Thank you.